Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Today we're talking about my favorite mousse stylers, so if you'd like to see what's in my collection, then just keep watching. So before we get started, if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you like what you see, stick around and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. So this video came highly requested by most of you that saw my last video on the brand new Miche mousse that's called Set. I'll link that video up in the cards so you can see that. But I've been wanting to go through all of my mousse stylers anyway and kind of figure out which ones are best for which type of styles. Some mousses, let me know what the plural of mousse is because I'm not sure. But I feel like some mousse stylers are better for wash and goes, some are great for twist outs, and some are great for things like broad sets. They're all kind of different. Not every mousse is made the same. So I figured I'd go through my collection and let you guys know which ones I love and what I love them for. So next to me I have every single mousse that's in my collection, and I'm going to go through based on category, so what style they work best for, and let you know my thoughts on each of these stylers. We're going to start with the style that I do the most, which is a wash and go, which is what I'm wearing today. No, I don't have a mousse in my hair today. It would have been appropriate for me to do that, but I just didn't plan out the video well enough to do that. My hair today, in case you're wondering, is actually Curlmix. This is the brown sugar fresh. So yeah, that's what's in my hair right now. Not a mousse, besides the point, but anyway. Since we're talking about Curlmix, let's start with that. So the first mousse I have in here, which I love for a wash and go, is from one of the Curlmix fresh collections. This was their Mango Magic, and this is their setting mousse. And this is the first for Curlmix. If you're familiar with Curlmix, you know that their staple products for styling are the flaxseed gel and the avocado moisturizer. Absolutely love those for a wash and go. That's what's in my hair today. But they came out with this in one of their fresh kits. If you don't know about what their fresh kits are, they're basically limited edition small batch products that they make. It's a different version every month. They can be hair products, body products, all kinds of different options. And so this was 1 month. It was the Mango Magic, and it came with a moisturizer gel and this mousse. So the idea was it would give you either softer hold depending on if you use the moisturizer, or you could use the gel and the mousse by itself, and that would give you a little bit firmer hold. Or you can use all three together. You can use the moisturizer and the gel. There's so many combinations that you could do. I think they promoted it for wash and goes, but they did mention that you can use it for a twist out. I have not tried this for a twist out, but I love it for a wash and go. So that's what I would recommend using it for. It gives pretty decent hold. The definition is amazing, especially when you pair it with the honey gel that came in the Mango Magic collection. A lot of times when I do my wash and goes, I'm not doing just a mousse only wash and go. That's not going to work for my type 4 hair. It's just going to end up being a fro. But I do like pairing a mousse with a gel, especially if it's like a botanical gel that is flexible but still firm hold. Pairing a mousse just helps give that extra definition. It gives additional shine, and it gives a little bit of extra hold. This particular mousse does give a decent amount of hold. I'd say like medium. This kit, they advertise it as a strong hold kit. I wouldn't necessarily call it strong hold, but medium definitely. And of course, all of Curlmix's products smell amazing. The mango was one of my favorite scents. They came out with a mango kit a while back, and I loved that one. This one is even better. It just smells more tropical. It smells amazing. So love this mousse. It's great for a wash and go. If I have any pictures or videos, I'll link / put them on the screen for you guys. But so that's the first one that I love for wash and goes. The second one is one that I haven't really used that often, but when I have used it, I got really good results. And that is from the brand the Doux, and it is their Mousse Def Texture Foam. This is their high definition control mousse. And this is another great one that gives you hold, definition, and shine. Mousse in general, I feel like they do really great in the definition department, but they don't necessarily give you great hold all the time. This one does give me good hold. I believe I paired this with a styling cream. I don't remember exactly what I used it with, but I did use it for a wash and go, and I loved it. I haven't used it for any other styles. I'm sure it would be great for a twist out, a rod set. It listed on the back It says you can use it for wash and goes, twist outs, rod sets, blowouts. Blowouts, that's interesting. Conditions, defines, and shines in one step. No crunch, and it cuts styling and drying time in half. It does have silk proteins in it, and it's supposed to be humidity blocking. I do think I used this in the summertime, and it worked pretty well. So I definitely like this mousse. I'm going to try it a little bit more. The main reason I bought this was to try with the Uncle Funky's daughter, Curly Magic, because that was a big trend for a while with the whole no oils, no butters thing. I'm not a follower of no oils, no butters. I still love my oils. I love my serums, especially in the summertime. I love a good silicone-based serum, thanks to Akia from Love For Me. Definitely check out her channel if you haven't before. But she put me on to using a silicone-based serum to help make my wash and goes last in the summertime. So I love it, and I will continue to do that. But I did like the idea of pairing this with Uncle Funky's daughter, which is why I got this, to try that out. I still haven't tried those two together. I will. But I do like this for a wash and go so far from what I've used it. The next mousse is actually the only true mousse, I think, in all of my collection, and I'll let you know why. This is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Activating Mousse. And this says it gives you lasting shine and definition, humidity protection for frizz-free curls. It's a soft, touchable hold, so they give you from 1 to 5 what hold it is. This is a level 2. It does say it's supposed to give you definition, shine, and soft hold. This I would call a true mousse. The rest of these I would kind of consider foams, and I'll tell you why. So with a mousse like this, which I would consider a true mousse, you'll notice all the rest of my mousses have this type of a top. This one has this kind of, it makes me think of like whipped cream top. So when I dispense it into my hand, first of all, you can hear it, but you see how it sits on my hand, it kind of expands, versus a foam, which is what I think most mousse, things that we call mousse are actually foam. A foam is gonna, and I'll shake it too just to make sure we're getting the same. It still has that foamy appearance, but you see how it's more like frothy, instead of like, it's not gonna expand the way the mousse does. It's more bubbly. I think I would consider this more a foam and this a mousse, just because of the texture of it. I feel like the mousse is more whipped, like it has more air in it. They can work the same in your hair as far as the end result, but I think when you're looking for a true mousse, something like this is going to be even more lightweight because it's more airy and it doesn't kind of fall flat. You see how it's still sitting in my hand, whereas the foam has kind of started to dissolve. The air is kind of evaporating from it. I think that's what makes this truly a mousse versus the rest of these, which I think are foams. Anyway, that was a little like side note. One thing I forgot to mention about the Mousse Def foam, which I just was reminded of when I was showing you the texture. It is a little bit on the sticky side. Most mousse stylers I have can be a little bit tacky, but that one is particularly sticky. Like when I rinsed it off my hands, my fingers were like sticking together. So just something to be aware of. Most mousse stylers like this one, where it's like airy and foamy, it's not going to be sticky because it's more lightweight. But that one, it has a little bit of hold, so I expect it to be sticky. It's not sticky in my hair once it dries, but going on it is a little bit annoying in the hands. Anyway, so back to the Not Your Mother's. This is a great mousse. I like pairing this with multiple products. It's definitely more lightweight than a lot of my other mousse stylers, so I can't really use it like with just one other product. So I can't just do like a leave-in in this or a gel in this. I usually do like a leave-in or a curling cream, a gel, and this mousse. This actually, I first tried it in a travel size kit that they had that came with their defining cream, their flexible hold gel, and then this mousse. And so I tried all three together. It tells you that you can cocktail all three together, and it gave me a great wash and go. So I do definitely love this paired with that type of a combination, but it is going to give you more of a light, fluffy wash and go. It's not going to last for days. None of these mousse stylers really give me a long lasting wash and go, but it gives me great definition, volume, and shine on the first day. So that's what I love about this. I used this in the summer, it worked great. It does not have any glycerin in it, which is probably why it's great for humidity. It does have propylene glycol, which is another humectant, but it might work differently than glycerin does. It worked great in my hair. I love it for wash and go. I think I used it once for a twist out and it was okay, but definitely prefer this for a wash and go when paired with the right products. The next mousse is from a brand that I no longer purchase from, but I did want to mention it because it is in my product stash, and that is Mielle. It is their Babassu Brazilian Curly Cocktail Curl Mousse. And I like this mousse. I first used it with their, what's the other thing in this line? The Brazilian Curly Cocktail Curl Cream. It was okay. None of the Mielle products, at least the older products, none of them really gave me a long-lasting wash and go. I always got Frizz the next day. But this one did all right. It also does not have glycerin in it. It claims to give you soft, defined, frizz-free curls. It has a blend of organic Brazilian oils like Babassu, Buriti, I can't pronounce half of these, a bunch of Brazilian oils. And it says that those oils are supposed to absorb into the hair, locking in moisture, giving the ultimate definition and moisture. It was okay. Again, not my greatest wash and go, but it gave me definition, it gave me shine. When I was actually a model at a hair show for Mielle, they used this with the pomegranate and honey custard. And that actually gave me a really great wash and go. I'll put pictures up in on the screen so you can see it. But it gave me definition, it gave me hold, it gave me shine. Like, that was one of the best wash and goes I had to that date, because I hadn't ever thought to use a mousse with a gel. And so that's when I started thinking about combining a mousse and a gel for a wash and go. The only thing is it didn't last. So, and I think I have a picture from the next day. My hair was like completely frizzed out, looked nothing like that first day. But if you're wanting great first day hair, that combination, I think what she used was the pomegranate and honey leave-in conditioner, pomegranate and honey custard, and then this on top. Perfect. It gave amazing results. I don't think I had ever seen my hair that defined and shiny. And then she also, which I've never done before, she used this to help slick out my edges. So she used the edge control. I think it was the original edge control that they had. I forget what it's called. The honey ginger maybe. She used the edge control, applied that, and then she put just like a little squirt of foam on top and then brushed it to smooth it down. I've never seen my edges that slick. Like, it was amazing. So it definitely works. It just doesn't give me long-lasting results. I won't repurchase just because I don't support the brand, but if you already have it in your collection, or if you do still support them, then this is a great mousse. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. And finally, the product that prompted this video, the brand new Set Curl Defining Mousse with Hold from Miche. And this, like I said, was the product that prompted this video because it gave me an amazing wash and go. This has definitely been my favorite mousse to use for a wash and go so far. This gave me definition, it gave me shine, it gave me hold, and this actually lasted, I think out of all of the mousse stylers that I've tried, this gave me the longest lasting wash and go. My curls were defined as if I had used a gel. It was amazing. I paired this with the Lavish leave-in. I think in most of their promos, they've used it by itself. I think if you have the right curl type, if you have looser curl pattern or thinner hair, you could probably use this by itself. For me, I need at least a cream or something underneath. I definitely want to try this with a gel. I think I'm going to try it with Sculpt. I'm a little nervous because they typically say not to mix Sculpt with things just because it doesn't play nicely as well with other things. It works best on its own, honestly. And this works best on its own, but I think it'll make a great wash and go just based on the results that I got from this. I think this will pair great with Bounce also. I've used Bounce for a wash and go by itself. Actually, I don't even think I used it by itself. I think I put it on top of Lavish. Yeah, I did. Anyway, but I used it for a cream only wash and go. I think just topping it with this will give me still that fluffy, bouncy wash and go, but with a little bit of extra hold, so it'll have that longevity. I love this mousse. This is my new favorite, and I definitely recommend if you're thinking about trying it, love it. One of the things I didn't mention also is one of the reasons why I love using a mousse for a wash and go is because my hair dries so fast. That Miche wash and go dried in like, I think an hour and a half. It was like drying as I was styling the other side of my hair, so it was perfect because I hate walking around with wet hair, especially in the wintertime. So this is a great thing to reach for in the winter if you still like doing your wash and goes. I know a lot of people switch in the winter to twist outs or protective styles, but me, I love my wash and goes year round. I just switch up my products. So a mousse is definitely a great way to go in the winter, because you get, you don't need as much hold necessarily because there's not as much humidity. But you can also get that definition and hold and get a quicker drying style. So those were the ones that I love for wash and goes. Like I said, Miche, definitely number one. The next category is going to be twist outs and braid outs. And so I have a few that basically I've used them for multiple styles, but they just really work well for twist outs and braid outs. The first one I have is from Uniqurl, and this is their Moisturizing Mousse. And this one they said was humidity resistant and highly moisturizing. I definitely agree with both of those claims. This mousse blew me away for a twist out. I used it with their, I'm forgetting the name of the cream, but the most recent cream that they came out with, not their original like 4-in-1 styler, but their twist elongating cream, I think is what it was called. I used it with that. Amazing results. Use it by itself. Amazing. This is a great mousse. Whether you like to use them by yourself or on top of a cream, this did great for a twist out. It gave me definition, it gave me shine, elongation. It was just a beautiful twist out. It does mention that it can be used for wash and goes and twist outs. I haven't tried this for a wash and go yet, but based on the results I got on my twist out, I feel like it's gonna work pretty well. It definitely gives you moisture. I would like to try it with their gel. They have a clear styling gel to see if that gives me a good wash and go. But I don't know that I would be able to use it by itself. But it does say that it works great for both. It's a lightweight formula. Absolutely love it. The thing that I love about it is that it's lightweight like most mousse are. But it's still really moisturizing. My hair was soft for days and the moisture lasted. It wasn't just like that first day. It was nice and soft and looked nice. It lasted for the whole week. So definitely love this mousse, and it's great, especially for a twist out. The next one that I love for a twist out is the SheScentIt Moroccan Gold Curl Reviving Mousse. And this is supposed to give you definition, shine, and moisture. It doesn't have a ton of hold, but it does give really soft, fluffy, beautiful results. Definition is great. I used this with the cream that came in that line. I've also used it by itself. It works great both ways, but I've only used it for, have I used it for a wash and go? I think I tried it for a wash and go once, paired with something else. I can't remember what I paired it with, but overall I think I really like it for a twist out just because it gives that bouncy, soft, voluminous look to your twist out. I did it on a flat twist out, and normally my flat twists are like kind of dull, like they fall flat obviously because of the way that you're twisting down to the scalp. And so it's hard for me to get like volume and shape with my flat twist outs. This did a really good job on that flat twist out because it still was fluffy, it was bouncy, it looked really great. So definitely recommend this mousse. The next one I still have mixed feelings about it. I haven't used it that much, so I gotta try it a little bit more and see how I feel about it. But this is the Camille Rose Spiked Honey Mousse 4-in-1 Styler. And this one I actually originally used for a wash and go, and I did not love it. It gave me an okay wash and go. I paired it with the cream from this honey line. It just wasn't giving. It was frizzy. It wasn't really, it didn't have much of a shape. Didn't last. It wasn't my best wash and go at all. But when I tried it for a twist out, it was much better. I used it with the honey leave-in and just these two together, and it gave me a great twist out. This is another one of those that's really sticky. So you would think it would give really good hold because it's sticky, but it did not for a wash and go. For a twist out, great. Wash and go, skip it. So yeah, I really like this. It has a decent amount of protein in it, so if that's something that you're worried about, just be aware of that. But it is a really good mousse when it comes to twist outs, just not great for wash and goes. And finally, another one of my favorites is the Kreyol Essence So Smooth Hair Mousse. And this is one of their latest products that came out with their new styling collection. I think I got everything in the styling collection except for like maybe their spray leave-in. But I Love this mousse. I've tried it with the gel in that collection. I've tried it with the cream. I think I tried it on its own on top of the leave-in. All great for, actually it was great for wash and go as well, but especially great for twist out. I used this on a 3-strand twist out and it was gorgeous. The shine, the moisture, the definition, it was all there. Absolutely love this mousse and would definitely recommend. It is a little bit pricey. I think I got it on sale, but regular price, it's like $25, I want to say, which is a little bit up there, you know, for a mousse, but it works really well and it gives gorgeous results. It has Haitian moringa, coconut, and papaya, so you know you're getting those great ingredients. And it's just a great product. I really love supporting this brand, not just because it is a Haitian-owned brand and I am Haitian, but also because they make great products that I can feel good about using in my hair. So love this mousse. It's probably one of my favorites when it comes to doing a twist out. So yeah, those were all the products I love for a twist out. Since I said my favorite for the wash and goes, I guess I'll say my favorite for each category. It's really hard to pick with the twist outs because they all give me amazing results. But I think I'd have to say, just based on using it by itself and the results that I got with it, the Uniqurl, it gives amazing results. And I think it says a lot that you can get those great results by itself without anything, no leave-in, nothing underneath, just this. Yeah, so I think this would probably be the best, but they're all very close. I think the Kreyol Essence ties for second. And the SheScentIt's not far behind, but they're all great. So finally, the last category that I'm going to talk about is set styles. So perm rod sets, flexi rod sets, those kind of things. I don't do those kind of styles very often, so it's hard for me to judge in this category, but there have been a few that stood out to me when I've used them for those type of sets, so that's what I've included in this section. So the first one is the Texture ID Thermal Multi-Styling Foam, and this I've had for a while. I've used it a couple times for, I think I used it for a flexi rod set. I might have used it for a curl former set, which I didn't film. That was like a complete disaster, not because of the product, but because I didn't let it dry, so then it came out looking crazy. I do love this mousse. It has wheat protein, argan oil. It's meant for thermal styling, so that's why it's great for things like rod sets, because you're going to be sitting under a hooded dryer. Sometimes when I do my twist outs, I sit under a hooded dryer as well, but this, especially for those type of sets, I think works really well because it's going to add that heat protection as well. It does say it has heat protection up to 450 degrees. It strengthens and protects hair from breakage and improves shine and elasticity. I really like this foam. It gives a nice soft rod set, but still holding the style together. It's not going to be crunchy or stiff. So I really like this. I used it, I believe, with their spray leave-in from the original line, and it worked really well. So one thing I forgot to mention is that all of the mousse stylers that I'm mentioning here are alcohol-free. I feel like most companies nowadays are not putting alcohol in mousses. They're just not really necessary, and they're not what's needed for our type of styling. Now, if you go in the aisle with the Pantene and the Dove and all those other type products that, you know, aren't for our type of hair, I can't speak for that. Those might still have alcohol in them because they're for a different type of styling, but when it comes to textured hair, I feel like most companies are not putting alcohol in these mousses anymore. So yeah, it is alcohol free. It works great for a rod set. I like it. This was one of the first mousses that I've ever used. Foams. I'm just gonna say foams because I don't know the plural of mousse. But yeah, this is one of the first foams I've used. And it was like early in my natural days when I was still like figuring out how to style my hair. And so I did a flexi rod set. It came out pretty good. I didn't let it dry completely. Again, that's my common theme with rod sets, and why I don't do them often, because I'm impatient and I can only sit under a dryer for so long. I just can't do it. So I don't do them very often, but this one did give me pretty decent results. The next one is from Carol's Daughter, and it's their Pracaxi Nectar Style and Hold Foam. And this one I actually originally used for a wash and go. It's all right. I tried it with the Pracaxi Nectar gel. You know, it didn't wow me. I think I tried this shortly after I had done that Mielle wash and go, so I was curious and trying to like replicate those results. It didn't give me those results. But I did try it for a rod set and it worked really well. It does have kind of that sticky feel. Not terribly sticky, but it's, you know, a little bit more on the sticky side, but it is lightweight. It does have silicone, which again is great for heat protection. So not, you know, it's not a terrible thing to me. I'm not worried about that, but just something to note if you like to stay away from silicones. It says it's supposed to provide conditioning hold, help fight frizz, add softness and shine. I don't feel like it gave me much shine when compared to some of my other mousse styles. I could have had a little bit more shine with this, but it was okay. And, you know, would I repurchase it? Probably not, but I will finish it up. I've used, you know, a lot of it. So we'll finish it up, but not one of my favorites. The next one is the Aunt Jackie's Frizz Patrol Anti-Pouf Setting Mousse. This is another one that I initially tried for a wash and go and didn't love the results. So I tried it for a flexi rod set. It was pretty good, pretty decent. I think I tried this one also with curl formers, and that one came out a little bit better. I did tweak my technique a little bit. Came out okay. But yeah, this isn't one that like stands out to me. It just was okay. I don't remember it being particularly, you know, shiny or extra definition or anything like that. It just did its job. So it's something, it's affordable, it's in the drugstore, it's easily accessible, but I don't know that you need it. And the last one in this category is the Almond and Avocado Curl Enhancing Mousse from Design Essentials. And this one also I purchased to try for wash and go. It actually did okay for wash and go, so I would, if you're looking for one for that, I would use that as well. I just feel like it did better for a rod set. It gives that kind of firm but flexible hold, which I think is really good for a rod set, but it works too for a wash and go, especially depending on what you pair it with. This one does have silicone as well, which is another reason why I think it's great for your rod set. It adds that extra heat protection and helps kind of smooth out the cuticle to help make it easier to put it around those flexi rods. So yeah, I definitely like this. I gotta try it a little bit more and see how I like it, but for a rod set, I think it works great. So that is all I have in that category. I think if I had to pick a favorite, just because of the results that I had from it, I would say the Texture ID styling foam. I think this is just a great, you know, go-to product. It works great, it's consistent, gives me great results. And then the last thing I have is kind of an honorable mention because I haven't used it yet. It actually still has the tape from shipping on it. Haven't used it yet, but I have seen amazing reviews and am excited to try it. I will be having a video on this brand soon, but that is the Bask and Bloom Hydrating Vitamin Curl Mousse. And it says it gives curl definition and medium hold. And yeah, I haven't tried this one yet, but I have seen Nisha from NJ Eberhardt. She's used this and it's given her amazing results. I've seen other people use it. I just can't remember. She's the main one. I remember her review, but excited to use this. I've seen it mainly for a twist out. And so I have their more moisture cream, which I'm planning on pairing with this for a twist out. But I do also have their twirly hair gel, which I want to try with this for wash and go. So I'll be trying those out soon. But I did want to give it an honorable mention just because I have heard great things about this mousse. And so I do think it should be mentioned. So yeah, that is it. Those are all of the mousse stylers in my collection. I'm sure there are plenty of other ones that I haven't tried or that are great for these different styles. Let me know down in the comments below if there are any mousse stylers that you guys have tried that I didn't mention that you love, because I'm always looking for a great mousse to try out. That's like my new thing lately, is I love a good mousse, especially in the winter time for a wash and go. So yeah, let me know what you guys have tried, if you've tried any of these products that I've mentioned, or if there are ones that you love that I haven't mentioned. Definitely sound off in the comments below. Let me know if you guys like this type of a video, if you want to see more of these kind of product type category videos. It's fun to do because I get to kind of pull out everything in my product stash and remind myself of what I have and what I need to use. So definitely love making these videos. If you want to see one on gels or styling creams or whatever it is, definitely let me know in the comments below. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video.